It started slowly. At first, I didn't even notice it. Just snow, piled up along the edge of my property. You know how winter is. Plows come through, clear the streets, and the snow has to go somewhere, so I ignored it, cleaned my driveway, went about my day. No big deal, but then it kept happening every single time the street got cleared. The snow ended up on my side. Not evenly, not randomly, always my side at first. I thought it was coincidence then. I started paying attention, watching where the plow pushed it, watching where the workers dumped it, and that's when I realized this wasn't accidental. It was deliberate. And it didn't take long to figure out why, because a few days later, she showed up, bright pink coat, sharp voice, zero hesitation. Karen, the kind of person who doesn't ask. She tells, just pile it over there, she said, pointing directly at my yard, like she owned it, like it wasn't even mine. The workers didn't argue, they just followed orders. And just like that, another load of snow landed on my property. I could have said something, could have complained, but I didn't, because sometimes the best move isn't to react, it's to wait. So I did. Day after day, the snow kept coming. The pile got bigger, higher, wider, until it wasn't just a pile anymore. It was becoming something else, and that's when the idea hit me. If they wanted to keep dumping snow on my property, I'd let them, every last bit of it, but I wasn't going to waste it. I was going to use it that night. I started shaping it, packing it down, making it solid. At first, it didn't look like much, just a cleaner pile, but over time, it started to take form, a structure, a boundary, a wall. I didn't rush it. I took my time, layer by layer, day by day, and all the while, they kept adding to it, not realizing what they were helping me build. Then one morning, everything changed. Karen came out like usual, confident, annoyed, ready to complain. But this time, she stopped, right in her tracks, because now, the pile wasn't just a pile anymore, it was a wall, tall, thick, and positioned perfectly, blocking the view, blocking the path, blocking everything. What is this? She shouted, louder than ever. I didn't answer, I just stood there, calm, watching. You can't do this, she yelled again, but the truth was, I didn't have to do anything. They had already done it for me. All I did was shape it. You dumped it here, I said calmly. I just organized it. That's when it hit her. The realization, the shift, the loss of control, and then the real problem showed up. Cars, trying to pass through, slowing down, stopping, because the street was partially blocked. Now it wasn't just her problem, it was everyone's. Neighbors started coming outside, looking at the wall, looking at her, putting the pieces together, and suddenly, the situation wasn't so simple anymore. That's when someone called the police. A few minutes later, a patrol car pulled up. The officer stepped out, took one look at the wall, and paused. You could see it on his face, confusion, maybe even a little respect, because it was impressive, but also the problem. She blocked the street, Karen said immediately, trying to take control again, trying to flip the story. But the officer didn't react right away. Instead, he walked over, examined the wall, looked at the surrounding area, then turned to me. What happened here? He asked. I explained everything. Calmly, clearly. No exaggeration. Just facts. How the snow got there, who put it there, and what I did with it. He listened carefully, then nodded. And turned back to her. Ma'am, he said, is it true that your workers have been dumping snow onto his property? Silence for the first time. She hesitated. Well, that's where it was. Easiest to put it, she said. Not confident anymore. Not in control. The officer nodded again, then looked back at the wall. Then at the street. Then back at her. This situation, he said, started with improper snow placement. His tone changed. More serious now. This needs to be corrected immediately. Not by me. By them. And just like that, everything flipped. The same people who were dumping snow onto my property were now responsible for removing it. Properly, carefully, completely. Karen didn't argue. Coldn single quotes t. Because now everyone was watching. The workers got to work, breaking down the wall, clearing the path, fixing the mess they created. And I just stood there watching it all unfold quietly. By the next day, everything was back to normal. The street was clear, the snow was gone, and for the first time all winter, nothing touched my property. Not a single pile, not a single mistake even. Karen changed. No more shouting, no more pointing, no more control, just silence. Sometimes she'd walk by, avoiding eye contact, pretending nothing happened. But we both knew the message had been delivered, loud and clear, because in the end, it wasn't about the snow, it was about respect. And sometimes, the best way to teach that lesson is to let people deal with the consequences of their own actions. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe, and tell me, where are you watching from?